EA Sports. It's in the game.
Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me, please, somebody stop me. Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong.
You're tuned in to Madden.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Garoppolo looks to throw, and he's going to go down again.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It's fielded at the 45. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Flacco. The quick slant caught, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Second and goal from the 1. On the sneak, here's Flacco. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Joe Flacco scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. So it was 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Goodwin able to haul it in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Garoppolo over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Garoppolo, and bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Ravens taking the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? His throw incomplete. Michael Crabtree, he had it and lost it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They do snap it. Flacco now. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Aldrick Robinson from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And now running right through it. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 1st down pickup there, Flacco to Crabtree.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Flacco. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Crabtree the target on that one.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. And Flacco keeps it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flacco will use the arm this time. Over the middle here to Brown. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Setting up to throw, Flacco. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, 47 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Jackson now to throw again. Throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Jackson. And can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Now let's go. Blue line.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media maybe out on the field now. Here come the 49ers. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go now. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Crabtree has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Set. Green, 39. Green.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stool about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur
Let's go.
once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson now on second and 10. That's caught out left by Perriman. Brashad Perriman off to the races. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have broken the tie. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon, 62 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play. For a touchdown.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Garoppolo nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo on the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On first down, Garoppolo. Caught left side, goal zone. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned. Back now here live in New Orleans. And we've got a dandy here, a 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing is Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions and won the game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm going to keep.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to... Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake That's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
He'll take it at the 42. Skirts by him at the 35. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. The quick feet by Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Garoppolo got his man complete over the middle. That's Goodwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Gosh, given the time and the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He'll look to throw, and it's caught by Saleh. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. In position for the possible game winner, but they need to get up and spike it. Back to throw. And bringing it in, this is Saleh over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the 13-year man puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends. And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them.